फरीदाबाद भारत से आई एम स्पीकिंग फ्रॉम फरीदाबाद इंडिया. This is regarding COVID-19 issue, very serious issue for humanity of world, very very serious issue. I already talked to you about this before, this COVID issue which has taken shape like Parlay. I am calling it Parlay, you may call it Pananomics. For me it is Parlay. Parlay means complete destruction of humanity. This is going into that direction. More than 200 nations have been impacted upon by this. 200 से ज़्यादा देश इसकी चपेट में आ चुके हैं. करीब करीब आप कह सकते हैं पूरा संसार इसकी चपेट में आ गया. आज की तारीख में नंबर 1 अमेरिका है. Today on May 1, 2020, America stands number 1 in its attack, while England is number 2, and then Italy. Very serious matter, and everybody requires to think about this, how to move further. It's very serious matter, and there is no end. People are not finding any end, but more complexities are coming in. I read one news yesterday that is regarding airborne virus detected in Wuhan. This I posted yesterday also on Facebook. मैंने कल पढ़ा एक समाचार जो टेलीग्राफ पर था, मैंने कुछ पोस्ट भी किया. लेकिन I wanted to talk to you about this issue because this is very important issue. I'm not sure about this, but news is there, and that's airborne virus detected in Wuhan. On Facebook I have put URL of this. You can see that. It's very surprising that such a state is getting up like now, and I just read for you and then we'll discuss. पहले मैं पढ़ देता हूँ आपको. इंग्लिश में तो है, हिंदी में नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी पढ़ता हूँ. This is title of, this is April 30, 2020. Title on, this is e-paper of Telegraph India. Airborne virus detected in Wuhan. Some people were arguing on this, but I don't want to argue with anybody here. Argument got no meaning at all, because such an epidemic or pandemic or destruction of whole world it is. Whole world in a sense is not continent that's going to be destructive. Humanity on itself means souls and self will be liberated, and many souls have been liberated. So let's say airborne virus detected in Wuhan. I'll take my, you may say, I'll take some of my you can say, I'll now this from paper. And this New York is writing from New York. That's adding to growing evidence that novel coronavirus can spread through air. Scientists have identified genetic markers of virus in airborne droplets. Many with diameters smaller than 1/10,000 of an inch. 1/10,000 of an inch. 1/10,000 of an inch. Inch means 225.4 millimeter. And if you divide it by that, I get an answer 0.002.4 mm. So small size. That had been previously demonstrated in laboratory experiments, but now Chinese scientists studying real-world conditions report that they captured tiny droplets containing genetic markers of virus from air in 2 hospitals in Wuhan, China, where outbreak started. Their findings were published Monday in journal Nature. Name of journal is Nature, Nature. It remains unknown if virus in samples they collected was infectious, but droplets that small, which are collected by breathing and can remain aloft, inhaled by others, or they say that it's unknown about that if virus in samples they collected was infectious. But droplets that small, which are inhaled by breathing and can remain in air aloft and exhaled by others. So exhale and inhale, both activities can work if this droplet remains in air. Those are going to stay in air floating around for at least 2 hours, said Lindsay Marr, a professor of civil and environmental engineering at Virginia Tech, who was not involved with Nature paper. It strongly suggests that this is potential for airborne transmission. Dr. Marr and many other scientists say evidence is mounting that coronavirus is being spread by tiny droplets known as aerosols, A-E-R-O-S-O-L-S, aerosols, tiny droplets known as aerosols. World Health Organization has so far downplayed possibility, saying that disease is mostly transmitted through larger droplets that do not remain airborne for long, or through touching of contaminated surfaces. Even with new findings, issue is not settled. Although coronavirus RNA genetic blueprint of virus was present in aerosols, scientists do not know yet whether viruses remain infectious or whether tests just detected harmless virus fragments. Missing piece is viable viral replication, said Harvey V. Flebberg, who leads a standing committee on emerging infectious diseases and 21st century health threats at National Academies of Sciences, Engineering and Medicine. Could you culture this virus from air? Could you culture this virus from air? In February and March, scientists collected samples at Renmin Hospital of Wuhan University and at a makeshift temporary medical facility used to quarantine and treat patients with mild symptoms. They also sampled air in public areas around Wuhan, including a residential building, a supermarket, and 2 department stores. Very little virus was detected in air of isolation wards or in patient rooms of hospital, which were well ventilated. But elevated concentrations were measured in small toilet areas about 1 square yard in size, which were not ventilated. It kind of emphasizes the importance of avoiding small confined spaces. Dr. Marr said researchers also detected viruses in air in locations where staff members took off their protective garments, suggesting that viruses that had settled on clothing could be knocked back into air. These readings were greatly reduced after hospitals implemented more rigorous clearing procedures. Wuhan data echo findings at University of Nebraska Medical Center, where other researchers also found coronavirus RNA in air as well as on surfaces in rooms. That research is still in process of being reviewed by other scientists before publication in a journal did not determine size of droplets. But presence of RNA from virus in out-of-way locations such as under a bed and on window sills also suggested that small droplets were carried around rooms by air currents. But I repeat, presence of RNA from virus in out-of-way locations such as under a bed and Now, we know that this information we got from there. I wrote this, I posted it on Facebook, but some people raised some issues. I don't mind that. People have every right. And there is another news also that these droplets or this virus can reach in depth of your lungs. This is current revelation that even after patient has recovered, these electrons, these you can say micro electrons, not even electrons, smaller size than electrons, cannot be detected even by electron microscope. Means these make their colonies there which are not even known. We don't have such instruments or such equipments that can detect there if they are available there. This is something indifferent, and that causes an issue. Even if you treat patient is released, there is certain chance, you can say plenty of chances do exist that that person can be impacted upon other, though immunity is increased, degree of immunity is increased of that person, yet there is no way that that person is free from COVID-19. And it is a very serious matter. It is certain that information is not very clear till now. We do not know what's happening around. Problem arises when there is a chance, little chance even, this virus can flow through air. Air acts as a medium, though air is acting as a medium for stationary movement, stationary residence for a few hours, 2 or 3 hours, in certain cases for 2 or 3 days, for example, on plastic surface or on steel surface or on copper surface. On copper surface it can stay up to few hours, and on steel surface maybe up to 2 or 3 days, and like that on cardboard surface. It depends on, it stays on your table or somewhere else. But action is also important. If there is a little pressure on that, for example, if air blows and it can take this to someone else, and because this is only one particle, not 3,000 droplets, as are considered 3,000 droplets are released through nose or through mouth, that's a question mark. But suppose one droplet is there, the suspension, in isolation, and somebody inhales it and then somebody exhales it, means there's an inter-exchange that can cause a problem. And moreover, there is always annular space around windows, around doors in all homes. And even there's no annular space, this can pass through certain glass particle or something else. Suppose it has got an opportunity to pass through your open window, then what happens? Or it can be pulled by suction of your air conditioning machine, which is very powerful, it's very powerful machine, you're using that, and can pull that, and your filter can't stop it. And we have to think it's a very serious issue. It's not only serious, a very serious issue. So same thing applies to car. You drive car using AC. So AC is very powerful mechanism. When it can pull air, what's particle? It's very small particle, much tinier, much smaller than air particle. Air particle got even moisture, which is drained out, of course. But this particle is much more, as I said, size is 0.0025 millimeter, 1/1000 part of an inch, that is 0.0025 millimeters. I think this is much more, and this particle can be pulled by air conditioner, or if it enters your room without even air conditioner use. It is a question of worry. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but what scientists and researchers are saying, they are engineers and doctors, they are scientists, and they are not talking fake. They are not talking uncalculated. They must have think that's why news has come in New York in time. So we cannot disregard such, though it may not happen, but everybody is required. Now this is a thought that only it moves from person to person, but this is secondary thought also. It can move through medium of air, and if air is in motion, say 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers, it can help. If there's a rain, there's a wind, such type of combination of agencies of weather, it can move. And every day we see, every second day, third day, cloudy weather, droplets are falling, rain falling every year, and then it dries again and joins cloud. And like that's happening, means that's not rain actually, that's chemical droplet of air, which chemicals are available, like methane is available, carbon dioxide is available, and other gases, of course, which are original gases in air, argon or nitrogen or oxygen, whatever they are. So this is a combination of methane works very well in that. Carbon dioxide can be excused for some time, but methane can't be excused. So my point of statement is that Everybody has to be careful throughout the world. It's not a question of art, but the question how to kill that virus. That's your scientific methods cannot work on that. You have to act like layman in that case. When record says that temperature 90 degree or 92 degrees or in range of 80 degrees to 90 degrees Celsius, this virus does not survive. That is what research has come in. If you believe that research conducted by a French scientist who worked himself to boil this, and he tried to reach temperature of 60 degrees, 70 degrees, 80 degrees. He failed to kill this virus, but he was too much concerned on that, and he tried to reach 90 degrees, 92 degrees, and was successful in that report I studied. And I think that's convincing one, if you can say, because ordinary temperature in the world is not more than 50 or 55 degrees. You go to Baghdad, you will find in certain season that temperature is 50 degrees maximum or 55 degrees. In Gulf area, you will find 45 to 50 degrees Celsius, and in Delhi also it's sometimes 45, 46. So this means we cannot reach 90 time whole season. So even if we think it's Fahrenheit, so you cut off 20 minutes, you have to tolerate that temperature. Even if you try sometimes sit at fire, you feel relaxed even if you are sick. So it happens. This means a fire is enemy of this virus, and cold is friend of this virus. You see where there is cold around the world. It be Italy, it be France, it be Russia or Iran or somewhere in USA, London, all cold weather conditions support this virus, and hot weather conditions oppose this virus life. So we have to be very practical in that consideration. My objective of this video is not to scare people, but just to provide information, because papers are not giving this information and televisions are not giving, and they are not concerned with all this because they are politician televisions, but I'm not politician, and we have to be very careful. Means WHO did not recognize till now, but they also did not recognize use of mask at an age, but later on they accepted for precautionary measures. But that WHO is doing a good job. Indeed, means they alerted all countries. When countries did not get themselves set to that alert, they jokingly to receive this information, which is not fault of WHO. It's fault of our people, fault of America, and fault of London, fault of all. You can say, I don't find any single leader today all over the world who can say that is real leader who can lead society. There are scientists who are working, doctors are working, all of them are working, but there's at current moment who can say he can handle this political. More, they are preferring politics even in this COVID. They are thinking of votes, as American president has said. China doesn't want to let me win, means where is the election consideration in this time? So this is all nonsense. Means okay, you have dispute with China, you handle dispute by relating to election. Means same thing our people may be thinking. If you write something on Facebook somewhere, some people attack on you as if you have done some crime, means you are speaking politics, means there is nothing involved in politics. What is politics? You are talking scientifically, you are engine voice and temperature. I'm talking about something which I got information through some medium and say. So what my statement is that be careful. Try use of AC for time being. Though it's difficult, I know, for kids it's difficult, for women it's difficult. It's now May and it's of course time for AC people use. But health is more important than AC, and avoid use of your car with AC. Try, because virus can enter use of compressor. You can't stop that. And drink hot water to an extent possible, because boil it, not hot or warm, boil it 100 degrees Celsius is boiling point, and you start sipping at that point. When it reaches up to say 80 degrees, you can consume that cup or glass of water, small glass, don't take big glass a day, and go to sun for half an hour, 30 minutes, 60 minutes to hydrate your body. Dehydration is not a problem. You stay in sun, it's 45, today is 41 degrees I think, may vary, early morning is 26 degrees, so in daytime 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you stay there. This is the only way to increase your immunity. There's no other way to augment your health standards. You have to change style of your life. You have to change comforts now. Comforts won't provide you any, corroboration in this case. You have to find solutions yourself. There's no doctors can't think that way because it's required engineering mind to think how to change. It's only those people who are linked with safety, health, and environment. They can tell you much better than medical or experts in their field. But this is a different field. This is a field in between health. This is in between medical and engineering. You can say in between this field is how to housekeeping. We study in engineering housekeeping and health management and sun stock management. It is all that we study in our health sector, environment sector, ergonomic sector. You can say safety sector. All those expertise raise something, and particularly it's common sense also that plays. If you drink cold water, you will like it, but you will damage your body. And for a few months you have to change your habits. Take hot food, don't take cold food. Otherwise you can't upgrade your stamina. Upgrading is required. Precautionary measure is this. You will find these workers, you see these physical workers, like construction laborers or factory laborers or workers, you can say, not laborers, and those who worked in industries, they have walked hundreds of kilometers, some walked even 1,000 kilometers. Of course, a few have lost their lives, yet majority of them reached there, and I did not hear any news that they are patients of COVID. Our working system is very strong. A person walk kilometers. I can't walk more than 5-6 kilometers a day. It's not possible for me, though I'm 66 years, but I could walk for about 8 kilometers a day. But if somebody walks, say, hundreds of kilometers continuously, just taking rest at night, without taking any food, any water, or by chance somebody offers, that person takes, and that person can walk. You just think what that person is. That person is power station itself. What body of that person should be? How can corona attack that person? Can never attack that person. So that section of society, I can say, they are real citizens of this country who contribute to development of this country, who contribute to industrialization of this country, who contribute to, you can say, construction field, and those people are real working class. They are actually people, and others are middle class, upper middle class, and riches, and they are nothing actually. They tolerate anything. They need AC, they cannot come out of car. It doesn't allow, otherwise they will take their car into WC and have bathroom also. It doesn't work that way. So I would say that we have to think of all. Time has come that we have to change our style. We have to think for this. Unfortunately, every government helped their people all over the world. Arab government helped, USA helped, England helped. All tried to help their citizens. Only our government did not help anybody, and particularly poor class. This is very regretful, believe me, though I should not speak like that. But this is a fact of life, because more than 50% of our population belong to that class. And if you don't help them, who will help them? Nobody will help them, and they will suffer forever. Means they have got such impact on their minds, on their health, that you did not consider, government did not consider, public did not consider even as human beings. If you not treat your people even as human beings, what you will treat them? Animals? Sadly, regretful. I didn't expect this from people like this. Though I am engineer, I deal with them, and there are millions of engineers all over the world. We are having lakhs of engineers in this country, and unfortunate that engineering community is also silent. Though IS silent, everybody is silent, but engineers know very well that without these people, world cannot move, Bharat cannot move, GDP cannot work in, factories cannot work in, industries cannot work in. You cannot get any result if these people do not work. Can I make my house myself? It's impossible. I can make a sketch, but I cannot construct my house myself. I cannot excavate, I cannot do anything. If we use these people, why do we abuse them? That's a question to every citizen of this country, and citizen must feel abusive on this account, must punish itself because they don't have courage to speak. That's very bad. It's nothing to do with politics. It's our duty to help them, but you are giving them 500 rupees to some accounts. It's another insult cost to them. Are they beggars? Question is that. Can 500 solve problems? If it can solve, then everybody should be paid 5,000 rupees. All MPs, member of parliaments, everybody should be 500 rupees only, nothing else. President should be paid 500 rupees. All judges should be paid 500 rupees. If that works, that is a very strong statement I make. We are not human beings in this country. We have forgotten. I'll I will stop this feed now because I don't talk much. What information I wanted to give to you, I have given, and I shall collect more information and give to you later on. And I think I should close now. Thank you very much for joining. Those who joined. And the serious that otherwise people not serious even find serious in people are enjoying and they don't worry about others. And if you don't worry about others, really God shall not worry about you. God will forget you forever if you don't worry about them. Because thanks and thank you very much.